American poison control centers receive calls about baby oil and essential oil exposures involving children under 5 every single day of the year. Not laundry pods left within reach, not cleaning products mislabeled, oils, products in soft pastel packaging, products on every baby shower gift list, products with the word gentle on the front of the bottle and a smiling newborn on the label. Parents spending on baby skincare in the first year average several $100s on bath and body products alone. That number climbs when the premium natural oil brands enter the registry. The ones with the words essential, plant-derived, and botanical on the label. Those retail anywhere from $12 to $38 per bottle. The safety premium is in the price. The safety evidence is often not in the research. And for 5 products on this list, the gap between what the label promises and what the documented medical outcome looks like is not a matter of interpretation. It is in hospital records, federal regulatory filings, pediatric journals that existed before some of these brands were founded. Johnson & Johnson has sold baby oil since the mid-20th century. The current bottle carries the description, clinically proven gentle and mild. Here is what is not on the bottle. Mineral oil, the primary ingredient, is a petroleum derivative. When even a small amount is inhaled into infant lung tissue, the body cannot clear it. The resulting condition is called exogenous lipoid pneumonia. It is in poison control guidance manuals. It has been in pediatric medical literature for longer than the marketing claim has been on the bottle. 5 products, ranked by the distance between what the bottle promises and what the emergency department sees, stay until number 1. Because the most dangerous product on this list is not the one that has faced litigation for a generation. It is the one currently being sold as the clean, chemical-free alternative to everything else on this shelf. And the federal warning behind it is 43 years old. We pulled the American Association of Poison Control Centers annual reports. The FDA regulatory action at 21 CFR 310.545. Pediatric research from the Chest Journal, the New England Journal of Medicine, and the Journal of Perinatology. 5 products, and here is what the research says about each of them. Number 5. Johnson's Baby Oil. A clear, odorless liquid produced through the distillation of petroleum. It is used as a mechanical lubricant, as a base in industrial preparations. On the baby shelf, it carries the word gentle. Infants have a documented coordination challenge between swallowing and breathing in the early months. A small amount of liquid introduced near an infant airway can be aspirated into the lung. Water-based liquids the body can often clear. Mineral oil does not behave that way. It coats lung tissue in a way the immune system cannot resolve. Exogenous lipoid pneumonia. Cases have been documented in pediatric literature across multiple decades. Clinically proven gentle and mild is on the bottle. Exogenous lipoid pneumonia is in the literature. Those 2 facts have coexisted for a very long time. The next product on this list is labeled for babies as young as 3 months old. The research was published by scientists at Wake Forest University in 2009. P&G makes Pampers. P&G also makes this. Number 4. Vicks Baby Rub. Vicks Baby Rub was created specifically for infants. The replacement ingredients, eucalyptus oil, rosemary oil, lavender oil, are plant-derived. In January 2009, the journal Chest published a study by Dr. Bruce K. Rubin. The researchers found that chest rub products increased mucus secretion and reduced ciliary beat frequency. Cilia move mucus out of airways. Slower cilia, more mucus, greater congestion risk. The study's conclusion was explicit. These products should not be used in children under 2 years of age. Eucalyptus oil specifically, through its compound 1,8-cineol, is associated with respiratory distress and CNS depression. According to poison control networks, including the Australian Poisons Information Centre, multiple pediatric organizations advise against it. Vicks Baby Rub is labeled for 3 months and older. It contains eucalyptus oil. The 2009 study is in the published record. The word soothing is on the box. Number 3. Mustard oil. Mustard oil used in infant massage is not a fringe practice. Across South Asian communities, it is a standard one. In 2005, Gary Darmstadt and colleagues at Johns Hopkins published research examining topical oil therapy in newborns. Sunflower seed oil improved skin barrier function. Mustard oil did not. The researchers found it was associated with disruption to the epidermal barrier. There is a second problem. Mustard oil contains erucic acid, associated in animal studies with fat deposits forming in heart tissue. The European Union restricts the sale of mustard oil for food consumption. No equivalent restriction exists in the United States for topical use on infants. The parents using it were never told. The Johns Hopkins finding and the EU restriction exist in scientific and regulatory records. Neither is on the bottle. Number 2 on this list carries an EWG verified badge on some of its products. A case series in the New England Journal of Medicine connected its core ingredients to hormonal disruption in developing children. The New England Journal of Medicine is not a secondary source. Number 2. Lavender and tea tree essential oil baby blends. In February 2007, the New England Journal of Medicine published a case series by D.V. Henley and colleagues at the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences in Research Triangle Park, North Carolina. 3 boys, aged 4, 7, and 10, had developed abnormal breast tissue. None had underlying hormonal conditions. In each case, the researchers traced the cause to topical products containing lavender oil, tea tree oil, or both. When the products were discontinued, the symptoms resolved. In 2019, J. Tyler Ramsey and colleagues at the same institute returned to this question. Published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, their analysis identified multiple compounds, including eucalyptol and alpha-terpineol, that demonstrated estrogenic activity and anti-androgenic activity in cell assays, mimicking estrogen, blocking testosterone. During developmental windows when infant hormonal signaling is critical, infants are not adults. Their hormonal systems are in active early development. The surface area of a full-body infant massage is not comparable to an adult applying a lotion once. The 2007 NEJM case series has been in the published literature for 19 years. It is not on the label of any lavender baby oil currently on sale. Number 1. Camphor-containing oils and products. In 1983, the United States Food and Drug Administration issued a formal regulatory action against camphor in over-the-counter products, codified at 21 CFR 310.545. Explicit statement: camphor-containing preparations are not to be used on infants and children. The action was not precautionary. It came after camphor had accumulated a documented case history of neurological harm, seizures, and fatalities in children. Camphor is absorbed rapidly through intact skin, more rapidly through the thinner, more permeable skin of an infant. Once absorbed, it acts on the central nervous system. Seizure onset documented within minutes of skin application in pediatric toxicology case reports. The 1983 rule addressed mainstream pharmaceutical products. It did not close the market. Camphor moved into alternative channels: Ayurvedic oil preparations, traditional liniments, herbal compound products, Caribbean bush remedy formulations, and the natural wellness marketplace that has grown exponentially since the rule was written. Caribbean bush remedy formulations and the natural wellness marketplace that has grown exponentially since the rule was written. Today, camphor-containing oil products are on Amazon, in health food stores, in South Asian, East Asian, and Caribbean grocery outlets across the United States. Some carry infant use instructions. The National Capital Poison Center at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. states, camphor should not be applied to a child's skin, not diluted, not in small amounts, not for any traditional use. That guidance is not hedged. 43 years, federal law. The product is still in nurseries because the restriction addressed one channel and the market found 3 others. That is number 1. To avoid these 5 products, there are 3 options that actually have evidence behind them. Number 1. Cold-pressed, unrefined sunflower seed oil. The same 2005 Johns Hopkins Journal of Perinatology research that documented mustard oil's barrier disruption found sunflower seed oil associated with improved epidermal barrier function and reduced infection risk in newborns. No added fragrance, no essential oil components. Available in most grocery stores. The research was done at one of the most respected medical schools in the United States. That is what it has instead of the packaging. Number 2. Unscented medical-grade petroleum jelly. Nothing in its composition disrupts hormonal signaling. Nothing produces airway effects on inhalation. Nothing creates the aspiration risk specific to infant anatomy. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends it for infant eczema management and compromised skin barrier support. It does not appear in influencer nursery tours. It appears in clinical guidelines. Number 3. The ingredient panel on the back of the bottle. 3 things to check before any oil product is used on a baby. If mineral oil or paraffinum liquidum is listed, petroleum derivative, regardless of what the front says. If eucalyptus, lavender, tea tree, or camphor appears, the research covered in this video applies directly. If the word fragrance or parfum appears alone, That single word can legally represent dozens of undisclosed individual compounds under current U.S. labeling law. The FDA Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act, signed December 29, 2022, is only beginning to address that. The ingredient panel is legally required to be accurate. The front of the bottle is not held to the same standard. Petroleum, eucalyptus, erucic acid, plant compounds that mimic estrogen in developing infant hormonal systems. Camphor, federally restricted since 1983, the warning now 43 years old, the market's still working around it. 5 products. Gentle on the front of every bottle. A different story in the research. The parents using these were looking at the front. The information that would have changed the decision was on the back. It still is. Now you know what you are looking at when you flip it over.